Several maps have... The maps look old and faded.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings. I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martin, they're quite valuable. Though that old thing, it's from when some designs, they didn't get that far.
The worn map features the patchwork. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun, and finally coming to a halt on...
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Is this about the question? A warehouse? I don't...
She looks up from...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room.
Reality. I don't really know anything. I mean, yeah, that's why. I don't know. We're in Frit as mankind or as in a good place.
I mean, science is doing great.
Our government?
Or do you mean when ordinary people take over the government and... Yeah, it happened like... I don't know. Look.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
Cool.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
It's a machine. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some. Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though.
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual. Likely, yes. This guy's product.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are
Likely, yes.
a lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy...
Yes?
No response.
Have you tried concentrating on...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to...
Not a fan. Try work. The case at hand. It can work. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Focus on other people's trouble.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Right to work! Right to... Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
It has happened again.
Another fit of criminal. Good. Now go before you enter cardiac arrest.
Please, stop doing this. You are making us look bad.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Looking for something? Oh, god damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. Drugs? Yeah. You know where that shit comes from? So, they know they can't beat us in a fair fight.
He eyes you warily.
I don't know shit. And if I did, what do you think? I can't...
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kid boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Since he left, I haven't had anyone. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
The worn and beaten wooden plank.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the...
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when...
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with you see two lowly,
I can see you have a taste for luxury of...
a pair of found,
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the late...
a pair of
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers...
These once respectable speakers have been.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneak. Then look at them again. These are...
These once
No. These, officer? These speakers are some... No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers... No way, officer. That's right, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than...
There are clothes inside.
Don't be shy.
You find your hands deep in tattered.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand. Buy second-hand.
Something cold grazes your hand. Practical, and yet.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
You find your hands deep.
Economical, but also trendy. Look gotta prepare for springtime, right?
see rows of toy soldiers guarding. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then everything you pick out seems faded. Big men on big horses.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious.
A long, long time ago. Yes. This set of soldiers isn't meant...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
He seems to have his own... They're not all blue. These...
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately. If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivity. I do appreciate it. It's not often that I see it. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector. Just what?
I haven't had any...
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what? Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement, a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn.
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in it. Those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something. Like...
I was with the emergency relief. Had to take Perolidon for radiation sick.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. No one's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to... A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too. We were an all-volunteer force. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do out. The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then, so I came to Martinez. I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices.
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government.
Of course. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to...
You weren't quiet. You were very distraught when I said that I don't normally buy fire.
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very nice.
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. This has got to be the most. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
No apologies necessary, officer. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy, truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force.
My apologies, officer, but I have...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you could...
Of course. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. A photic path, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. I'm not purchasing anymore. And especially that tire. It swallows photons around it. I have no need for necrotic objects.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
Another time, perhaps. Sure thing. Sure, man. I doubt it, but I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for the corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have to ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors. A typical Martinez streetlight. The light pole has been killed.
Yes, officer. It was brought to me to be...
We are not here to investigate. You have to admit it's rather clever, what he...
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
The boombox is on the shelf. One especially catches your eye. This is you. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul. Plays all... If police work means playing
like a beach party.
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then... That is the unofficial RCM motto, yes.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of...
Evening, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami. with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock, and his posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company, and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the...
From the corner...
Very good stuff. I wasn't here to witness it, but...
The words, Daredevil Driver.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. Yeah, not really much else.
Life? I'll be with you in a moment, officer.
Have you no shame? What? René, I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that.
These manly men are playing ball. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. God, this is right. You feel that the cold metal ball is surprising. Already your muscle. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as an embodiment of behold the fear and confusion. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now. An embodiment of behold the fear. Some would still say you're a
Merde! Bordel de... What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Yes, pétanque.
Take it easy, René.
Of course there's harm done. You're good. Mistakes are...
Just talk. It'll smooth things over.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king.
A superpower. Feared and respected.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the Purple Note.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. To clear...
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother.
Higher realms.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine.
Yes, indeed.
Decisively. Without fear of offending the sensibilities of Revachol would be a different place if more people realized.
Don't get started on that again. What happened?
The Carabinier doesn't reply.
Right. Yes, I do. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Should have fought dirty. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften it. Yes, the military.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 foot. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs.
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like...
Damn right, son. The rest of the city got cleaned up.
Well...
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances. Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountain, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us.
This royal failure weighs heavy.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. A true king in both blood and mind. Damn Frisel. This was René the king. As ever.
Soon, they will forget everything.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we... Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really... Top is a pejorative. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply...
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future. All you observe is a veteran
This is the uniform.
Don't you mean Frissa?
You do not speak...
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet.